Well, here we go. So many people have been warning of the danger of Trump's economic proposals. Now he's actually the president, thus they're actually going to be rolled out. And we're seeing the world react. I'll show you Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada for the time being, his response and announcement that he was making that should terrify us. But first, what is he responding to? Well, Trump doubled down on his tariff plans at the Oval Office signing ceremony. While you watch, please do click the subscribe button if you appreciate this show.
So, no, we were surprised by that. It's bad precedent, obviously.
Where are you thinking on tariffs on Mexico, given these actions you're signing on the border?
Well, we're thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada because they're allowing vast numbers of people. Canada's a very bad abuser also. Vast numbers of people to come in and fentanyl to come in.
When do you think you would enact those?
I think February 1st.
Are you planning on giving notice of that?
I think we'll do it February 1st.
25% on both, sir?
On each.
On each, yes.
February 1st, that's the date. He said he was going to apply them on day one, but now he's saying February 1st. Does that give us some hope that he won't actually do it? Maybe. I think, as I'll keep saying, there's still a real percentage chance he won't do it at all because he understands trying to take credit for Biden's economy might be better than destroying it and then having to justify that. But I also think that at some point, based on how much he talks about this, I think he genuinely believes that he could do something amazing with the broad, aggressive, and irresponsible tariff approach that he's been laying out. If you're interested in my take on that in more detail, see a bunch of past segments because I don't want to go through my whole comprehensive. Here's when tariffs are more logical, but here's how Trump's using them irresponsibly. Here's the exact impact that we think we could see. But here's Justin Trudeau saying, get ready, brace for impact, because we're gonna absolutely respond in kind or more if Trump goes through with this. And obviously, it being January 21st, we'd be just mere days away from this all playing out.
Of course, if the president does choose to proceed with tariffs on Canada, Canada will respond, and everything is on the table. Working in unison with Team Canada, as Team Canada, with business leaders, organized labor, civil society, Indigenous leaders, and premiers from coast to coast to coast, we are prepared for every possible scenario. In fact, just last night, I spoke to Premier Ford in his capacity as chair of the Council of the Federation, and he reiterated his unwavering commitment on behalf of Canadian premiers to working all together. This is an important and challenging moment for Canada and for Canadians. And we know there will be many such moments. Through all of it, I want to be clear that we have Canadians' backs.
So what is he saying? Well, all response actions are on the table, meaning retaliatory tariffs or other leverages of their economic, intertwinement with us. And that's what's so confusing about this is I get that Trump has, yes, people around him. I get that he's not super informed on all the economic issues or many issues, but you'd think someone would go, wait. You ran as the economy guy in part. Do you really want to destroy the sort of solid economy that you got to inherit? You could do the thing you did last time with Obama and go, I built this when really you mainly inherited it. You'd think someone would explain there's not really any other scenario. I'm not seeing credible groups of economists coming out and saying, hey, well, actually, it could go this way and you could be shocked and prices could go down. Even understanding the very concept of a tariff being a tax on U.S. companies for foreign imports. How do you think that plays out? And sometimes that is an equation you're okay with. That's why we currently implement certain tariffs. And we're fine with the trade-off of certain price increases or certain supply chain disruptions, whatever it might be, because of the outcome of the tariff then leading down the road to circumstances we're more happy with. But the magnitude, as I keep saying, and scope of these, and how quickly, again, a lot of this is confusing because Trump never lays it out comprehensively, but how quickly he'd want to ramp these up. We're looking at an economic disruption like we haven't seen in a while. BBC saying global growth forecast to flatline as tariffs add to strains. Because again, it's not just the economic analysis of the 25% on all imports from Mexico, Canada, and additional 10% on China, which is the proposal here, apparently starting February 1st, we'll see. But it's what then happens in response. And we've looked at some of those potentials before, but there are all sorts of ways, because of how economically intertwined we are, for both Mexico and Canada to put a lot of pain on us as we're putting pain on them, and then we have to one-up each other over and over until both sides have lost magnificently. One thing I didn't get to fit into the other segment that I want to talk about quickly as we're walking through Trump's sort of first 24 hours throughout today's show is Michael Flynn, who was one of the officers at the Capitol attacked by rioters, went on CNN to directly respond to Trump's pardons for January 6th rioters.
Thanks, America. This feels like a betrayal to you.
Oh, I have been betrayed by my country. Rest assured, I have been betrayed by my country, and I've been betrayed by those that supported Donald Trump. Whether you voted for him because he promised these pardons or for some other reason, you knew that this was coming, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, a betrayal for someone who is just serving his country, then more.
That being said, right now, I think that the Republican Party owns a monopoly on hypocrisy when it comes to supporting or their supposed support of law enforcement. Because tonight, the leader of the Republican Party pardoned hundreds of violent cop assaulters.
Yeah, I mean, it is so difficult to get your head around that. It could cause me to spiral at any moment. I could just freak out. I could be eating my favorite ice cream, and if I think for 10 seconds about that, I just could ruin my day. One little additional miscellaneous clip. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said this.
And we have truth on our side at this White House, but I can confirm that the American people won't be hearing from me today. They'll be hearing from the leader of the free world once again. President Trump will be speaking to the press later this afternoon at the White House, and we will have a big infrastructure announcement. This man is already doing more in less than 24 hours than his predecessor.
Are you kidding me, Caroline? An infrastructure announcement? Really? Like the infrastructure announcement that never stopped in all throughout Trump's presidency the first time, and then finally Biden came in and did it. Not the Trump plan, but his own plan. Ridiculous. So it is a terrifying spot to be in, where, going back to the sort of headline here in this story, where Trump's indicating, at least for the time being, that he's sticking with the tariff plan. And if that happens, Canada is saying, we're going to go all out with economic attacks on y'all. Mexico has said the same thing. That then we can't exactly say how bad it would get. We know the price increases that would come of the tariff. But what happens when the economic response doubles, triples, quadruples the economic impact of this trade war? It's yet to be seen, and it can only be speculated about, but we'll be here to observe it each step of the way. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Support the show, get the members only bonus show by clicking that join button below.